It's 1978 and Cronulla, here in the blue, are contesting the Rugby League Grand Final against Manly. They're relative new kids on Rugby League's block, having been admitted to the comp only in 1967. Penrith was admitted the same year for the same reasons, bringing in new teams to satisfy Sydney's rapidly spreading urban sprawl.
Great opportunity for the Panthers. Carter from Vandervoort. Carter for the corner will score.
Well, 23 years on, neither club has won the big one, the Sydney Premiership. Not for the want of trying, not for the lack of great players. Certainly in the case of Penrith, not for any shortage of far-sightedness and grand visions.
Good afternoon, Panthers Motoring. May I help you?
Hello, Roy Sims Marty.
Good afternoon, Memories. Debbie speaking. Can I help you?
The Penrith Rugby League Club has grown from a club serving a satellite city to a club that is almost a satellite city in its own right.
Well, we probably had the dream about 1971 when we first purchased this block of land, which is about 200 acres. Before that, we always wanted to do everything as well as we could, but we were a bit restricted where we were. And so we purchased this property, and here we are today.
Name any activity, social, cultural, sporting, and the Penrith Panthers are involved in it. Situated on this magnificent site are 3 man-made lakes, a BMX bike circuit of competition standard, a mini race car track, a golf driving range, 13 tennis courts, and that's just outdoors. Indoors, a huge variety of restaurants and bars, and ubiquitous Leagues Club poker machines. The club has 542 machines, the most of any club in New South Wales, and it's the proud boast of management that almost $2 million a month is paid out in prizes, with the best odds in Australia, a 98% return. What's left of that 2% profit after taxes pays for facilities that are the envy of clubs everywhere, and pays for, as for example, school holiday treats for the local kids. Bigger kids can windsail on the artificial lakes or cable water ski. There are only 3 cable ski operations in the country, and the Panthers have one of them.
Oh, it's a roadhouse. It's like 1,500 people a day that come, and it's just great. You know, there's so many people around. The cableways, you know, we got the slow lake and the fast lake, so they got their option of, you know, doing slow or doing fast. Behind the cableway, you haven't got the worries of your boat breaking down or paying out for petrol. For $10 an hour, you can't go wrong.
Throw in beach volleyball and water slides, and you can almost forget the seaside is an hour or two's drive away. And you can almost forget that all this was built for and built because of a football team. That football team, like the Leagues Club, is showing the way forward for rugby league clubs in New South Wales. 3 weeks ago, the club moved in to make its entire first-grade team fully professional. Coach Phil Gould explains the rationale.
The hardest thing for young fellows is to play and train and look after their injuries and be educated in the game and still maintain an employment for their week-to-week responsibilities money-wise. If we can provide the opportunity for them to be employed here, to learn a career, to continue education, but still have them available for the type of intensive training we require, then it can only be to our advantage in development of younger players.
It's a level of professionalism more akin to American than Australian football, which is perhaps why it was no coincidence that the Panthers played host to a demonstration match a few weeks ago. And the Panthers fans so admired what they saw, because this is a district that lives and breathes football. Go shopping in these parts and you're likely to be served by someone wearing the Panther colours. Or likely come across a Panther player like John Cartwright, outselling the game to youngsters.
You going to footy on Saturday? Who's going to win? Penrith? Away.
Apart from its sheer size and wealth, the most impressive thing about the Panthers is its involvement with the community. It helps sponsor the Nepean Rowing Club, one of the state's biggest, triathlons, local netball competitions, in all age groups and standards. Of course, it's heavily involved in junior rugby league with 365 junior teams. That's many more than any other club can boast. It's involved with cycling, a boom sport out these parts, especially since Martin Vinicum is a Panthers member. Before basketball got the club's backing, there were 500 registered players. Now there's 3,500. The Panthers have even become budding media barons. This publication usually runs about 100 pages and goes to around 112,000 households.
Well, there you have it. We've been here all day and we haven't even scratched the surface of this magnificent complex. It's not its size that's so important or impressive. It's the fact that it helps the community so much. Wherever you go, into Penrith City or the surrounding districts, the sporting clubs, Panthers' name is there because, in some way, shape or form, they are involved in the sponsorship of that organisation. You know, this place really has set a trend that the rest of Australia, particularly communities like this, could really follow.
The club seems to have everything. Being everything seems to provide for everyone affordable family entertainment. Yet it lacks what it wants most, what it was set up for, a rugby league premiership. Will this be the year? As I said, it won't be for the lack of trying.
Bradley. Green will score in the corner. They're working well. Simple stuff. They've got a second.